It's a small difference when it comes to, I think it's important, bodybuilders and the strongmen.
Yes.
The one thing I think I was saying it before we started, their kind of competition is very clear.
Yeah.
He's able to deadlift the heaviest. He can do maybe 360.
Yes.
Nobody else can. So you and your fans can't go and start saying, you know what, they were favoring him. Because everybody saw what happened. I saw him. You can't explain to me that they did favor you, because I saw he was able to deadlift something that you couldn't.
Yeah. Every strength athlete will say, we eat for performance. We don't care about the test. We don't care about whatever. Performance. Kesho niko na squat at this time. How my digestion takes long to digest and how I love to train. Do I love training on a full stomach? Do I love train on a mostly digested stomach? I mean food, whatever, blah, 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 depending, because everyone is different. Lazima nikule. And we experiment which foods bring out the best performance. Nikukula rice, do I perform best? If I eat chapo, do I perform best? Ngwashe, do I perform best?
Most people think hydration is cooking much. So you hear someone say, I'm going 2 liters of water, I'm going 10 glasses of water a day. That's well and good, but what's your electrolyte balance?
I would say, if you ask me, Rashid wasn't celebrated enough. That is the only thing I would say. Yes. If you look back at what he achieved, especially as a competitive bodybuilder, you would know what that means.
So guys, welcome to the channel.
Asante sana.
So we're going to start with action top 3. Alvin. Take us through. Alvin,
what's up guys? Karibu sana. I'm Alvin Lee Anyumba. I'm a strength athlete, strength coach, and founder of Adromax Gym, functional strength boutique gym. You too.
Chris. Hi guys. My name is Christopher Tugaiti, but Chris is easier. Primarily I'm a strength athlete, but more focused on powerlifting.
Yeah.
Professionally, I am an advocate of the High Court, a lawyer. In Instagram, unanipata Mr. Training Logs.
Kabisa.
Mr. Joe.
Nitumie gani ile ama ile? So, what's up guys? Joe Ripper, strength and conditioning coach and competitive bodybuilder, current Mr. Men's Physique East Africa.
Hapo sawa.
So for the topic, there's some of the reason we want to talk about is about what the difference between powerlifting and bodybuilding. There's so many people out there who don't know what the difference.
Yeah.
So the first question is going to be this one. That's one.
Difference between a bodybuilder and a powerlifter.
Alvin, you can start.
I'll make it easy. Start with bodybuilder aesthetics, powerlifter strength. That's number 1. Number 2, bodybuilders focus. Powerlifters focus on 3 main movements: SBD, squats, bench, deadlift. We train it to be able to compete, to pull each for just 1 rep, the heaviest you can pull, with our own rules and standards for 1 rep to make you a champion. I'll start with that simple baseline. Chris, twende kazi.
I don't think there's much to add to
that.
The thing is, powerlifting itself is a discipline. The same way you have weightlifting.
Yeah.
It's just a form of a sport in itself. As Alvin has said, you focus on the 3 lifts: the squat, the bench, and the deadlift. But bodybuilding is aesthetics. You are judged on classes and criteria based on your category, basically. So for bodybuilding, the main focus is just muscle growth, development,
hypertrophy,
basically.
Yeah.
But for powerlifting, your focus is output, performance. Whatever we work towards by game day is how much you can do for your 1 rep. So 9 reps in total.
Mm.
Bare minimum 3, because you have 3 attempts on each, and you need to make at least 1 progress to the next lift. So bare minimum 3 lifts, but on a good day, 9 lifts.
Yeah.
Bodybuilding, I think you just have to do your posing, your routines, get scored for that, and then may the best person win.
Okay. So we talk about the bodybuilding.
I think both of them have said a lot about both of them. So bodybuilding is how the body looks, the art, how beautiful your lines are, how built you are, how everything relates to everything. How your upper body relates to the lower body, how your conditioning is looking, your symmetry.
Yeah.
But for strongman, it's simple. How much weight can you move here? There's no stories, no shortcuts. Just move the weight. Nobody cares how much weight can you move. So I think that is the biggest difference.
Yeah.
One is just a performance kind of a competition.
Yeah.
The other one is an art. It's judged on how you look.
Yeah.
So next question is
Bado hatujamaliza baba. Bro, hii kitu nilisema ni wide.
By the way,
Ni wide.
Chambue.
So in strength sports, powerlifting, actually strongman na powerlifting pia ni different. Yeah. But anyway, today is powerlifting and bodybuilding. We focus a lot on how we can manipulate our central nervous system, CNS. So vile tuna even rep ranges. Let me say, for example, a bodybuilder will squat with, let's say, 60% of their 1 rep max if they know their 1 rep max. Because most times there's no need to, when I beba to the weight that is most challenging till failure or for a number of reps. CC, we can choose, let's say, to say 70 to 80% of our 1 rep max. And we are trying to do it for reps. Lakini the reps we do cannot be 12 because it will affect our recovery, our central nervous system. Because what our central nervous system portrays in is our physical performance. So if we are fatigued, we won't perform. So we shall do it, our hypertrophy work. Funny enough, it is what it's against what people talk about, but we do for 6 reps, 7 reps. Na bado we grow. Ona vile huyu jamaa ameja. Na ni 6 reps.
You see, the thing is, you're focused on maximal output.
Yes.
And if you're doing a weight for 12 reps, that means that weight is not challenging.
It's not challenging enough.
So even for us, even as you're doing your hypertrophy, you're supposed to be closer to your true performance, like your true max performance, because at the end of the day, it's a skill thing.
Yes.
Primarily, even with your lifting, it's a mixture of technique and skill.
Yep.
So your technique has to be refined to allow you to express your strength maximally, but you also have to retain the skill of lifting heavy.
Yes.
So for example, if I'm doing 12 reps, that would be somewhere less than 50%
Yes.
my 1 rep max.
Maximum 50.
So if I want to compete at the highest level, and all of us are competing to put bigger and bigger numbers, I'll be at a disadvantage because I'm not exposing myself to the higher end.
The higher end.
So even with our hypertrophy work, which is what Alvin was saying, there's a very technical aspect to it. People see the end result during competitions where you go load your 1 rep, you hit it or you miss, and then they're like, oh, it's just that. But behind the scenes, you have to, as you said, you manipulate your CNS. There's so many things you have to look into to ensure that by the time you get into your competition, you can lift competently without the risk of injury while trying to lift above your known maxes. So for us, on our game day, we're looking at 101% of your 1 RL.
Yes, 101 plus.
101 plus. That's usually the target. But during training, we rarely get to like a very smart approach to it is don't go past 90%.
90%.
Save it for game day where you're 101 plus.
Because we're managing fatigue. And also I'll ask you, Joe, our training splits are different and how we understand it is very different. For example, take us through Monday to Sunday training split, then I'll give you my own.
So on off season, 5 days a week.
Off season.
Yeah. So back on Monday, chest on Tuesday.
Okay.
Wednesday most likely is going to be rest day.
Rest day.
But
Okay.
sometimes I'm tempted to do a bit of arms, I know.
Yeah,
but
yes.
Wednesday is rest day. Then Thursday I'm going to squat.
Yeah.
Then Friday I'll do arms. Then either Saturday or Sunday, depending on how the body is like in terms of recovery, I will do a quick full body. And especially now I'll focus on muscles that are more important when it comes to my category.
Because you're in physique.
Yeah. So things like delts, I'll do them. If I'm doing chest, I'll do front delts. Those days I do back, I'll do
rear delts.
Rear delts.
Yeah.
When I do arms, I'll do the side delts.
The side delts.
Yeah.
I get you. You see, his way of thinking is what muscle needs to pick up when, and how the balance, like he started with back on Monday and then chest on Tuesday. That's push and pull. And then legs on Nini. Yes, you see, push, pull, rest, legs. Then Friday, weaknesses, pulling up and there. Now let me bring mine, you'll also bring his. How I approach training is, as Alvin, how do I manage my own fatigue? That's the first thing I'm going to look at. Nikifanya squats Monday, how will Tuesday look? Bench it suffer. And that's why there's a way it is written SBD, not DSB, meaning squats, bench, deadlift. The order affects the other. Squats may not affect bench, and bench will not affect deadlift. If you start with deadlift, it may affect your squat, because with deadlifts, for most people, we deadlift more than you squat. You understand? But now, we later on found out that for some people, wakifanya low bar squats, because you see most bodybuilders do high bar squats. Why? It builds their quads mainly, because the load is distributed right almost in front of the body, so that it builds the quad development. As we're trying to move weight, the heaviest weight possible, so we shall distribute that weight with our body part, and we recruit the muscles that need to push that weight. E.g., if I do a low bar squat, meaning the bar is just above it's sitting on the rear delt, my hips, my posterior chain comes in play to help me push it up. But then again, do not forget that it can create a weakness in a strength athlete, whereby he is now not relying on his quads, and so he will suffer in deadlifts. So I will have another day of squats for quads. You get what I mean? So how my Monday will go will be, I will do squats on Monday and bench. We divide it into depending. Hey, Jesus Christ, this thing is so, it's really long, because they say strength training is a skill, and every strength athlete has a way of training. E.g., bodybuilding, kuna volume style for Schwarzenegger, and there is HIIT method for, what's this guy? No, the real guy. What's his name?
Yeah, doc.
Dorian Yates. You understand? There's that difference. Yeah, bado ni gashao. Actually,
lazima doka ingie kwa hii.
So in strength, there's the same. There's what you call DUP, daily undulating periodization. This thing is wide, bro. I don't want to go into much depth, but there is DUP, which I use mainly. In what I mean is, we have a primary day, secondary day, and a tertiary day. Say, for example, tuko na bench. Bench will recover faster, and also bench can be done with the most frequency. But at the same time, if you take long without doing bench, you will lose. You will lose the strength for it. Deadlift, I cannot do it for 2 weeks, lakini bado nimeshika form.
2 weeks?
Yes. Yes. Bench, I will need to always stimulate it. Hata kama I'm training with the weights bodybuilders use, that will be my tertiary day. So how we do it is, primary day is the main strength block. Low reps, low volume, depending, high intensity in terms of weight.
The numbers you use.
Okay, so here I'm working between 80 to 90%, depending on one part I am in the program. Our programs are divided into what called mesocycles. or microcycles. There are differences. Then so that's the meat, the ngwashe of the program. Sindio, that's Monday. So I'll do squats, bench, then accessories, nia, bodybuilding, ya leg day. You understand? Tuesday, I'll now come and do a secondary bench day for me. So in this one, I'm trying to see, I am going to look at it as hypertrophy, because either way, you need muscle to push weight. So I'll say, what kind of exercise can I do to build more muscle, at the same time still help my big numbers push? So I'll say, okay, on Tuesday, Mimi, in this off season, I will do floor press, because floor press will help me with my technique. It inside a tricep. It will also help me with power, because most cases when competition bench, the bar hits your chest, then upper on a struggle, upper in a struggle, sindio. So with the floor press, it inside your part, sindio. But I'll do it for volume. Now your volume here too need just 4 sets of 8 or 7. But at what percentage? 65 to 75% of your 1 rep max. Then I have a tertiary day. So Wednesday is a rest day for me. I rest.
Twice, Monday, Tuesday?
Monday, Tuesday? Yes. Yes, rest on Wednesday. Then Thursday, I come with deadlifts. And my deadlifts is where I throw SBD in it. So I will do a primary deadlift. That's the meat of deadlift. So that means I'll go heavy on deadlift and everything. Then I will do a high bar squat, front squat, or SSB squat to help build my quads. That means it's hypertrophy for legs. And also it helps me with the deadlifts. People will argue, deadlifts, you guys see it as a pull. May I see it as a push?
Push off the floor.
Because our hands are just hooks. The rest that happens is the legs to push the other way. That's it. So it's a push. All right. So I'll work on hypertrophy on legs. If you look at leg press, hack squat, front squat, that will translate into deadlifts, pushing off. And that's why people are like, oh, I have back pain because of deadlifts. You're not deadlifting right. So even a difference within powerlifting and bodybuilding is the technique on, we are looking at how best, how safe, and how well efficient and effective to move a weight from point A to B. So that's what, those are the nitty gritties we're looking at. So my Thursday will be deadlifts primary, then I'll have a secondary squat day, then I'll have a tertiary bench day. Tertiary meaning I'm working on weaknesses. You know, I can do a lassen press, that's bench without legs qua floor. I can do incline press just to work on the upper, because if you think about it, when you're going for heavy bench, to go heavy, but we're not like this. We're kind of like this. That means front delts come in play. So my front delts will help me if I'm to also do incline bench. My front delts are growing. So that will help me on game night when I'm pushing as well. Because our elbows, either way, come in heavy, it will have to flare out a bit. Then this comes in play. You understand? Because our weakness is this. That's Thursday. Friday, I will rest. Then after that, Saturday, I will do my conditioning. Mine is 4 times.
It's actually good we have a very high level athlete to explain to you how to look at it. So I think I'd start by saying my understanding of bodybuilding is you're working in isolation but looking at the bigger picture. So when you're training for bodybuilding, because as a strength athlete, you will have to do your bodybuilding blocks. So the idea behind bodybuilding is you're training a certain body part for a certain reason to look in a certain way to fit into the bigger picture. Now, when you take it into consideration from a strength perspective, what Alvin was basically saying is, as an athlete, you have to look at yourself holistically. It's not just about how you're performing, but also how you're performing the reps. So how you're squatting, you're benching, you're deadlifting, but your body. Do you have enough tolerance to do these weights? Because it's one thing to lift the weight, the skill, but your body, the vessel, has to tolerate the weights.
It's called work capacity.
Work capacity.
Yeah.
So your work capacity means your aerobic and anaerobic capacity. So if I can give an example, if you're going to take a very heavy squat, by the time you're unracking the bar, you have one breath.
Yes.
Brace. That one breath, your brace has to walk you out, wait for your start command,
And settle.
descend,
Yes.
and come back up.
Yeah.
So if you don't work on your capacity, you find that's your limiting factor. So if you increase it, then you find you're more efficient at the lift. So basically what I'm saying is for a strength athlete, you have to look at yourself in terms of, first and foremost, injuries. For me, my biggest focus is injuries and body management. So when you're doing a program, you have to make it in such a way that you're allowing yourself to make sustainable progress. The goal is sustainable progress. So however way you plan your sessions, your mesocycles, as Alvin has put it, make sure that you can start today and you can finish months later, still intact, but making progress.
And not crushed out.
Not crashed out. So for me, how that looks like is I also train 4 times a week. More or less, the focus is similar to Alvin's, because the beauty with strength training and say bodybuilding also, there are winning patterns, there are winning formulas, there are ways that people have done this thing over and over again, tried and tested. So don't be too clever. There are those who have come before you, they've done what you're doing. They've
built a system.
They've built the systems and the systems work. So again, similarly to Alvin, there's your primary day. So your primary day is you looking at your output. How much can I lift?
Yeah.
How much of what I want to lift can I lift?
Yeah.
How am I doing it? Is it to competition standard? Am I following all the rules? And then now you have your secondary day where you address. Now for me, my secondary day addresses my specific weaknesses. Because every athlete, we're built differently. So for example, if me and Alvin were to stand, Alvin is taller than me.
Yeah.
So you see, the way our bodies are built means he has specific requirements, I have specific requirements.
With specific exercises.
So my secondary day will address those specific issues. So if I can give an example, my current program, for my deadlifts, I am doing deficit deadlifts because there's a certain issue I want to address, and the deficit deadlifts works. But in another block, I will do another exercise because there's something else I want to address that that specific exercise will do. And there are certain things Alvin will do that I don't need to do, and vice versa, because the things that affect me don't affect. And then now you have your tertiary days. Now your tertiary days are for you to build muscle because you need the tissue. You need the quality lean tissue because that tissue is what moves the weight. So if you have less pec muscles, it's highly likely you'll bench less. So you need more pec muscles, bench more. You need more quad and glute and hammies to squat more and deadlift same way, deadlift more. So you also need a day that is dedicated to growing this muscle.
Yes.
But then even as you're growing them, you're not growing them for the sake of growing them. You're growing them with performance in mind. So how you approach the number of sets and reps and exercises also changes. Because for us, again, like I said, bodybuilders train in isolation. So Joe said Monday he'll train like back. So if he has the latitude of selecting 5-6 exercises. For us, we don't have the luxury of doing 5-6 exercises per body part because you don't need them. You need to get the most ROI out of a movement. For you as Chris or Alvin or whoever, you need to select things that give you the most return on investment.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to select an exercise, I want to say if I do 3 sets of this, I will get the most out of it compared to another exercise. So that I'm also efficient with my time. And then for me, my 4th day is now my cardio day. Do a lot of cardio. Contrary to what people think. Actually,
I'm going to ask that question.
The best strength athletes have dedicated cardio.
Mine is Saturdays.
Mine is also Saturday. So for us, our Saturdays also look slightly different to what bodybuilding cardio is looking like. For example, I know bodybuilders will do low intensity or medium intensity, steady state. But for us, because again we're looking at performance, we'll do conditioning style workouts. So for me, my cardio days are things like farmers into bag over shoulder into to get like
Functional, more
so
functional
you're doing
stuff.
more functional because you're also reinforcing certain skills, certain patterns. You're getting free extra work like grip work.
Yes.
So I can get grip work for my conditioning. So I can just do farmers work, heavy farmers work. I'm conditioning, but I'm also working my grip. Same. It's also strengthening my core.
Yes.
I'm developing my traps, back, stabilize the muscles. So that would be more beneficial to me than walking 15 minutes on a treadmill.
Yeah.
Both of them are cardio. Both of them are very effective.
Yeah.
But again, ROI. If I look at one movement versus another, I'm getting way more out of this movement. It's harder, yes, but I'm getting way more out of it than, say, like riding a bike or doing a stairmaster.
Yeah.
But even in saying that, there are days where you just ride that bike and do that stairmaster because, again, you also need your heart health.
Yes.
Days that you're working on your heart health, like your cardiovascular system specifically. So you make sure you're not gassing out, for lack of a better word. Because at the end of the day, remember what I said, you're looking at 9 big lifts one day. So you need to make sure that cardio-wise you can sustain the day.
And
not just performance-wise, I can lift the heaviest, but if I'm called upon to do 9 maximum attempts in a day, I can do that. So generally, that's how we approach our training. So it's same but different. It's almost the same for
It's almost the same. It's just a different mindset. Like, say, for example, how he's talking about this cardio works for him, this or not. It's like a bodybuilder saying, me, dumbbell flies work more than the cable flies. Something also targets different stuff, you know. But also, I'll say there's also differences in nutrition.
Yeah.
We to think up.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say?
No, I'm the one who started. I am good.
Okay. Have you ever thought about switching from a bodybuilder to a powerlifter and vice versa? See, that's why I'm here.
Let me start from the side. I started training back in 2012. Yes. And back in the day, it's not like nowadays where we have social media, so you get exposed to very many disciplines such as strength, like strongman, powerlifting, weightlifting, etc. When we started out, all we knew was bodybuilding. Everyone
knew bodybuilding. Yeah.
So everyone just knew, upper, we're just going to do bodybuilding. In fact, I tell guys who start training nowadays that the gyms used to go to, the walls had posters of the old school
bodybuilders.
Samir, Haney, Dorian Yates, Frankie Zane,
Ronnie Coleman.
So that's what we knew. We all started from or rather, I would say for a certain generation, bodybuilding was the entryway into this general realm of strength training. And then along the way, you discover other interests. And you're like, okay, I like bodybuilding, but I don't have the body for bodybuilding. But I discovered I can lift heavy weights.
Yes.
So, mimi wacha niende side. I will leave the aesthetics to the more aesthetic
people.
Because again, our bodies are different. Part of the reason that you would select a sport to do is largely with your genetics. So for some people, it's a lot easier to put on muscle mass and stay relatively lean. For me, that was a problem. I will put on muscle mass, but it won't be lean.
It will come
with guests.
Visitors.
Itakuwa nyama mbaya mbaya.
But on the flip side, I discovered I'm pretty good at lifting heavy things.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I used to train with bodybuilders actually. Most of my closest friends are bodybuilders. But then I got to a point I was like, you guys continue that way. Mimi nimeona I'm very good at doing 1 RM. 12,
Sawa.
Mimi one tutapatana tu kwa
gym.
So yes, I switched from bodybuilding to powerlifting. To make the long story short.
Alvin, before you did bodybuilding.
Yes.
And what made you switch from bodybuilding?
It's just one evening. One evening made me change. So this one evening at Alpha Fit was known to have strong people at that time. Now wanna train saa moja jioni. So I was done with my clients and I switched my training time to jioni. So this time was, as I said it after our first interview we had, it was I think it was Mohit, Bunny, and who else? Matthew, Simon for Pain and Gains. They're doing deadlifts and they're doing 4 reps. So I was like, let me see how I can do. Because my bodybuilding at that time, I was still doing bodybuilding and I was really into bodybuilding, mainly physique. I was with Jeremy Buendea daily on YouTube. That was me at that time. But how I used to train, I used to get a lot of gratification nikifanya deadlift. Because nilikwambia, I used to do 20 reps with 60 kilos. No, calisthenics, yes, I used to do. Actually, my training calisthenics was bodybuilding principles behind it. Always, yeah. But now when it came to my deadlift, I still used to do deadlifts during bodybuilding. Did 20 kilos because I was doing high volume. I was so much into Schwarzenegger. I was doing 60 kilos, 20 reps. It's like I'm warming up, going up. 15 kilos with 100 kilo. Then 140, I was doing 12 kilos. Then now 180, I was now doing 10 reps. Then at that I say, deadlift nimemaliza. That's how I used to train. I used to do that for so long. Kumbe, it was building my work capacity. By the time I came to test, first time na test 2 deadlift, nimefika 260 on that day. Na hiyo 260, strongmen in Kenya, competition, it's what they're hitting in competition. Yes, around 260 to 80. At that time, even 300 it was very rare. Yes, it was not even there. That was 2019.
That was the period I think we had just gotten to it.
Yes, around there. Because you have to know I was still in bodybuilding. That's it. That day when I did 260, I was like, damn, now these guys are like, hey, Mazee, you're strong. Ni. And West yangu ni wasp. And I'm doing intermittent fasting. I am lean as hell. Then I think a month later, I tried nilifika 290. I still have that video. Hadi sahi, nilibambika aje. 290 kilos. And how they accepted me, how they said, hey, Mazee, unafanya vitu poa nini, kuja kesho, such stuff. And then my experience with my late bodybuilding prep of 3 weeks, nilisema, hii vitu za aesthetics, leo kuna abs, kesho aziko, nini, nimechoka na hiyo kitu. I love how the mental mind space strength gave me than what bodybuilding gave me. Because for bodybuilding, it could borderline depression. As in, like, it makes you so obsessed with your physical look. Umekula tsangapi, unakuja maji mob. So, sahi, tunaenda out, lazima nipige arms for the pump. Nini. Did you know that with strength training, you become dense? So, ni kama kuna pump all through.
Funniest thing is, I think I went for like 2 years without training my arms. People don't believe it.
Na bado, yes.
Like 2 years. I'm like, okay, I'm doing pull-ups for accessories. I'm training my arms. Then I'm doing heavy deadlifts. My arms are growing.
Your hands, atomic traps grew without trunks.
Okay. Without trunks.
Heavy deadlifts, heavy squats, heavy push press, overhead press, it will grow crazy.
Like, people think it's the best grower, but I'm like,
close grip bench.
10 sets of bench press, heavy bench.
Heavy bench, yeah, and close grip.
Your pecs will grow, your tricep will grow. And people are like, do you train arms? No.
Actually, if you see most powerlifters in elite ninis, they don't really have well-developed arms. Ziko, lakini they're not well-developed.
It's like there's a peak or something.
Yeah, hakuna peak.
But you might feel like switch kwa kali yako ni powerlifting.
No.
Actually,
Welcome.
The injury. Hiyo ni kitu, I will say most people say, hey, Mazee na injury. That's
because niliswitch kutoka football to bodybuilding.
Hey, that's a nice one.
So I think I found my passion.
Yeah.
I appreciate strength. I'm a bit strong, not very strong.
Yes.
And I respect the fact that I don't have, if I try to train for strength, I'll have to sacrifice a lot of things. So for me, it's I use strength to benefit my bodybuilding. But I won't try to be stronger. But eventually, if you grow muscle, what they were saying is you're going to be, you'll get stronger.
Yeah.
But it's not a big factor. Yeah. So my benefit from strength might be big muscles will lift big weights most times. If you have big legs, it's unlikely you don't lift. You get. So that is the only place we might interact so much with strength. But on my programming, I'm not trying to
be strong.
To be stronger.
Trying to have the biggest deltoids.
Yeah. just look, be in the best shape.
Yeah.
Okay. Just before we move, there's something important you said. Switched from soccer to bodybuilding. What most people don't know is if you have an athletic background, if you play some form of sport, regardless of whatever discipline you choose, whether bodybuilding, strength, if you had that baseline, you'll find the transition very easy. Because personally, when I was a kid, I played most, if not all sports. In high school, I was in rugby. So by the time I'm starting to train heavy, I already have exposure to like some bit of strength. Yep. And same thing with Alvin. Alvin also played rugby at some point in time.
Rugby and swimming.
So
we had combo.
See, the requirements of like swimming, rugby, soccer, etc. By the time you're pretty good at it or decent or you've done it for a while, and you transition to like a lifting-based sport, you find those things you used to do in your former sport carry over to now your new. So again, there's a word out there to anyone who's thinking of it. Come, but if you're not doing something else, just do it. Play a sport, do something, be active, move. And then when you transition to lifting, it will be a lot easier than you think. It's not as scary.
Yeah.
Which bodybuilder has a lot of potential,
at yes, it just came,
but hasn't gotten the right exposure. Wow.
Same question.
Okay.
In the country, in Kenya.
In Kenya.
You know,
potential, but
So that's a very hard question because if you ask me, potential in bodybuilding means how hard you can push your body and change. Nothing else. I can't look at you and say you have, okay, there are people with good genetics. But the only way you know if you have good genetics, if you make those genetics bring something we can talk about. You get? Like this guy might have good genetics, but he doesn't lift anything, or maybe he doesn't push as hard. So we are not going to see how quick his body is changing. If he has good genes, we can tell this guy in the next 2-3 years can actually become a very top bodybuilder. So if somebody has the potential and you have not seen them, I think they need to work on the potential.
Let's say make like this. You can't show.
Let's say if we talk about promising, in specific category overall. Okay, so I'll have to look at somebody that is not in a high-end place. Whom says kuwa Gong Road ama West aseme ana exposure. I'll say kuna this guy is in men's physique anaitwa Owanga. You know Owanga? In 2023 I think he was competing na another guy anaitwa Davido. But I think he's not. Wewe unaweza kuwa ukimjua. Davido, you were in the same category. Yes. So that time he was competing. I think he was 21, 20. Now he's from. I saw him training kwa mahali penye. They don't have the equipment. They don't have even the basic weights. Not even basic facilities like a good bench press, a lat pull down. Good. They don't have. And somehow he was bringing a physique that would take him to the final. So him and Owanga, because that time I think Owanga was training from Kisumu. So the difference between somebody in Kisumu and here is going to be information.
Of course.
You get, it comes to prep, there are things they don't know about, water, salt, and everything, and there's no one that is there to tell them about it. So I think I don't know much about the other categories because I might not be able to interact personally with guys from maybe classic physique, lightweight. But for the two, you know, we're in the same category, so we might have a chance to chat and I'll know his story. So I would go for them.
So what can you tell that person to just do this? Because I'm getting from two experience and advice.
Experience advice. I think they're in the right track because I think both of them at the moment now moved to Nairobi. Now the only thing I would advise them is they will now have to prove that it is the exposure they didn't have.
Yes.
What is remaining now is work.
Yeah.
Yes, now it's up to them. Yeah.
Bodybuilder
And powerlifting.
in powerlifting. Potential. How I look at it, it will still be exposure. The exposure we think is in Nairobi is still not enough. Exposure in Africa is still not enough. You need to go outside there to the West proper. I feel like everyone who competes in powerlifting and strongman in Kenya has a massive potential. Everyone. That's the honest truth. We need better programming. Like, I was about to start a different conversation, but let's say, for example, let me talk about Tay. Tay has failed 345 kilo squat twice or thrice now? Twice. I promise you, Tay can squat that thing. He just needs different factors in life, man. I don't want to go into nitty-gritties, but I know he can. Change of environment, change of gym, training style. I know the potential is there, you know. Muna is a freak because mainly he squats, bro. He's squatting heavy at a low body weight. You see, those are people who I'm like, yo, you know, more exposure. Wamalwa akitoka hii nchi properly and he gets a nice coach and, you know, systems. Buddha, Wamalwa is going to be a world global name. That's the honest truth. Just like how Chris went to Middle East and got his name out. Chris is a lawyer, the lifting lawyer. You should even change your IG name. But you see, those are people I look at potential. If the athletes in Africa are not fighting poverty every day, hey, Buddha. We have time to eat, sleep, and train like they do on repeat. Then Buddha, like I will give you the easiest example. Look at the IPF, International Powerlifting Federation, competitions in the world. Most of the top are Africans. Yeah. Nigerian descent. Because Nigerian descent, most of them have gone to Maju. But that's it. Most of them. Almost. Like if you look at 120 kilo class, actually 120, 120 class.
120 is
they're just blacks. 93 kilos blacks. 83 because Ras moved, but still, 74. Yes, they're still blacks.
Alvin has said a lot. For me, I would say it's the younger generation. I like what the younger generation is doing. They are very lucky to be training in a time where there have been those who have gone before them, their predecessors, and we've set a standard, basically. So you find younger guys, like recently the Kenyan bench press record was broken by Caleb Ndwat, who's I think 22, the very oldest. So you see, the younger generation, they have a lot of potential.
Yep.
They're starting strength training pretty early. They have a lot more knowledge than we did. They have a lot more exposure to better training standards, better training programming, better nutritional advice, better recovery protocols. So for me, I'd say to the younger generation, just keep pushing. You guys will definitely surpass us. For sure.
That's obvious.
And that's the goal.
Yeah.
For me, if the younger generation pushes us out, then we know we did our part. We set for them a standard. They'll pass it on the people underneath them. So because we need to always raise the ceiling. We need to be known for more than just running. You see, unfortunately, the reputation Kenya has is athletics. But we have so many athletes doing so many good things.
Yeah.
So we need to find a way that we can push
That.
generally up and up and up and up. And so for the younger generation, I think that the guys who have the most potential, they can go the farthest. And I'd like for them to do it. I'd like for them. First, we are there to help them.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
So Joe, do bodybuilders support each other?
The bodybuilders support each other. My experience. Oh, I wouldn't say much. I wouldn't say.
Just what you mean.
Because though I think it's dependent. There is bodybuilding as a sport, but I think there is the issue of now there's a thin line between bodybuilding trainers and I think there is somewhere that let me give you a real life example. If I was, let's say, working with Alvin, my bodybuilder is a bodybuilder, there's a likelihood that we will have good support for each other from maybe us being the same environment and maybe us chasing the same dream. There's a likelihood. But assuming we were doing the same thing and I'm working in somewhere in Thika Road and he's working here. You see, as humans, we also don't have a very good connection. His problem doesn't really directly affect me, even though we do the same kind of sport. You get? So I think there's always a bit of confusion where people feel like simply because we are bodybuilders is that like I should just come in directly to some problems that I might be a bit far. Maybe you are a CrossFit guy, but he's a bit more closer to you because you guys work here. So you might be the person who might be of support to him than I would be. And then there is now where we come in together is when it comes to matters that affect all of us. Let's say something like revive bodybuilding. That is now where we can tell do bodybuilders support each other or not. So that's why I would say no. Like very few guys think this is affecting all of us. So very few guys would try to push it. The other guys might be like, somehow we would benefit, but we don't need to do much. Like everybody would be like, okay, let me wait. So that's why I feel like the unity, let me say unity is there, but it's not powerful enough to like take the bodybuilding to maybe the next level. Yeah. But when it comes to things like maybe on social media, I've seen lately guys doing a lot of good things together, like a lot of collaborations here and there. It means maybe we are heading in the right direction. I think it's a problem that is now being solved. Yeah.
The reason that is example of prepping, someone is doing things better than you. Push on, hey Joe, I want to teach you this and this. Now to come out outside you, we support you.
Okay, so on a normal day, that would call for money. Let's be honest. If I was to approach, let's say he is a pro, maybe IFBB pro, he would, if you need him to help you, he would charge you. He charges people to do that job. So he's not compelled to help you, but there are guys who actually, they are those very good humans that are going to be, okay, what is the problem? They will sit you down and they will help you solve it. They are just very kind. But somebody might say, no, they are not necessarily unkind. Maybe somebody might ask for something. So that's what I was saying. Like everybody's not compelled to like do some very personal stuff for you because you're in the same sport. Some things call for money. Like assuming I needed him to coach me. You see, even if we work here, he might tell me, Joe, you have to pay me this amount for me to. It might come harsh, but remember he is also, maybe he's like, my skill is very special. Everybody has to like pay me. If this is what I've been learning all the years, you have to appreciate me with something you get. So I think that approach of that person doesn't really have to do it for you is also, I think it's also forgotten most times. Yes. Issue is when it's very basic things.
Yes.
Like maybe work here and I want you to help me. Okay, can you check how my posing routine is looking like? And no. Now that's a bit mean. That's a bit mean. You get?
Yeah.
But you see things like programming is serious business. Because they need to sit you down, look what your weakness is. Things like diet, they need to know what do you have available, or how is your finance looking like if they are serious about it. Because like if I tell you to eat tuna until your competition, then you don't have money. How are you supposed to eat tuna? You get? If they are serious about it, they need to know Joe has omena. We have to work with omena. So I have to find a way that this omena is going to benefit this guy. So again, it's a lot of serious work.
Yes.
No, it's serious work.
Serious work.
You get?
Intentional work.
So if you look at it that way, you also feel like if they help you, well, they're kind. It's a good thing that they did. But if they don't, and some might give an explanation, some might not.
Yeah.
But there is also that point of it's a career to some people. There are people who precisely focus on prepping people. Like, this is what I do. So if I come to you and I want to do it for free, means you don't have money to pay your bills.
Yeah.
So, Alvin, powerlifters support each other?
Yes, we do. And there are very many aspects here. There is the educational support. There is business support. There is content support. There is training support. I would say when you look at strength training, most of it is going to be programming that everyone wants. Maze nipe series ya deadlift ni nini? Nipe series. But just as Joe has said, we are all different. And even he said as well, we are all different. And your series is different to you. It's not the same thing that is going to work.
Yangu ni sumu yako.
Exactly. It's literally, it's different. And also, again, livelihood. We live off this. Me, I am, yes, niko na gym, yes, but I still coach because that's how I started, you know, and that's livelihood, you know. And it just so happens they may not afford where my standards are. You understand? My standards of living may not. So sometimes I can do a one free or one discounted, but I cannot do for everyone else because my head is one. But we really support each other in competition. What properly? Na kustretch, are you injured? Warm up. Maze unaweza kupatia hiyo psych. Kuna sleeves. Shika sleeves zangu. This won't fit you. Shika hii. Belt yangu wacha ni adjust. That one I promise you we support properly. Like it's because that is the place whereby we all relate so much on Maze, your injury, Maze. I can't imagine. Oh, Maze, I know that feeling you wanted that number and I think you got it. So, you just need psych too. Exactly. A slap ama, I shout. Yes. And it just and I get so happy for him. You know, like we're competing, same competition. Tea anaenda kufanya 330 squat, mi bado nitafanya tu 315 yangu, lakini hiyo 330 niko hivi
imekudhiril mbaya.
Exactly. You understand? That support in that part.
I think there's a small difference when it comes to, I think it's important, bodybuilders and the strongmen.
Yes.
The one thing I think I was saying it before we started, their kind of competition is very clear.
Yeah.
He's able to deadlift the heaviest. He can do maybe 360.
Yes.
Nobody else can. So you and your fans can't go and start saying, you know what, they were favoring him. Because
so true,
everybody saw what happened. I saw him. You can't explain to me that they didn't favor you because I saw he was able to deadlift something that you couldn't.
Yeah.
So even when somebody goes to him, he comes with a lot of humility and direct to the point, hey, I need you to.
Yes.
But bodybuilding, there is the issue of subjective. My fans, I feel like you guys were just favored.
Yes,
you guys were not
just
the best.
favored. You're friends with the judge.
So even if I come to you for help, I'll be like, even if you don't help me, after all, you're favored.
You're favored. Yes.
Yes, I don't think you need to help me. I'm like,
it's based on another.
You know the judge.
Yes.
So it makes it a very kind of the way he was saying subjective sport. So even how we relate, people will be like, okay, I think I was better than you, but somehow you won. For them, it's based on respect.
It's true.
Can you rack the weight and squat? You can't. And then sit here, let me tell you how we go about it. You get. So. Yeah.
It's so true.
That is how it is. it's the difference in the kind
It's
of.
so true, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why even worldwide, strength athlete community, it looks like we are bears that love each other.
Exactly.
Always. But when I look at the bodybuilding, I will see e-banks trash talking someone else, and you will just
Deep down, he feels like I would beat this
I will
guy.
beat this guy.
You get?
Yeah, I have the best physique, even if the judges said no.
Yes. That's why I think they don't have bodybuilding in serious. I think is it the Olympics? That was, I think, the reason why they wouldn't have it, because
Yes.
everybody would.
The politics there is
You can't lose and go home and say I lost.
Yeah,
But you get.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially if you have people who are going to tell you, I also think you won.
You won.
And everybody that loves you, they might try to make you feel good by telling you, I think you won. Yeah. So when I see you, I'm like, you stole it from me, but it was even not your fault, because you are not the judge after all.
Yes, it's not.
Yeah. So that part makes the interaction with bodybuilders a bit.
Yeah.
They're like, I think I'm better than you.
Yes,
Somehow
yes,
I still
there's
think
that
I
competition.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I would add before we move, if you look at the fundamentals of both bodybuilding and strength training, powerlifting, let's say, in powerlifting, because you're going to lift the heaviest that you can't do it alone.
Yeah.
If I am going to squat, I will need a team of like 3-4 people.
Yeah.
Just for my safety. So you see, I can't not help Alvin because I need Alvin and Alvin
Needs me.
because just from a safety perspective, when we, especially now, for example, our trainings, the closer you get to competition, the heavier you're supposed to lift.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the more fatigued you are. So you need the support, not just from a safety, also from a psychological
Point
perspective.
view.
So you see, that's the reason you find a lot of powerlifters, for example, train together, because say I'm going to bench, maybe like 180. I would need someone to help me and rack.
And not just any someone.
I need a strong someone. A strong someone.
Yeah.
So of course, I will train with someone who I know
Can manage.
it. If I'm to bring it down, and maybe for whatever reason that day, I can't bring it up. I equally need someone to so I need to trust.
Yeah.
I need to genuinely trust this person with my life. Because it's literally your life on the line.
Yes.
So you see, when you look at it from that perspective, you find the community aspect is there just because by the time I'm approaching you, to train with me, to help me, to push me, I am putting my safety in your hands. So I'm squatting something like 300 kilos. And then I'm at the bottom, I'm unable to come up. I know if that bar rolls forward, there's a likelihood I will be seriously injured.
Yeah.
But I trust the person I'm training with will hold me and help me come up. So when you do that over and over and over, you find you're building a community that understands each other.
Yeah.
So I might not train with you, but based on what I train and how I do it, I know if I put myself in a certain risk, you will do everything to help me, because where you train, there's someone who does that for me. So when we all come together, even on game day, you see it happen. Like someone I'm trying an attempt, they fail, everyone rushes, because to them, it could be me. See, that's the way we look at it. It could be me.
Yeah.
It could have been me there doing it, and I'd want someone to be there for me, because I'm going to be there for someone else. And when you look at bodybuilding, you're training mostly in isolation. You're training by yourself. There's a community. There's community aspect, but there's not so much.
Yeah.
You can't say you need Joe there with you.
No, usipe Joe siri.
But mimi nitapea Alvin siri kwa namhitaji.
Yes.
Si anaona wait hapo hakuna siri, si ameona venye umesquat hapo.
Yes, but
lakini kuna siri.
Nampea tu. Namhitaji kunispot. Siwezi mnyima alafu ni squad aseme ndio siri.
Yes.
Alafu afanye hivi na niko huko chini.
Actually, to give an example of that support, when I got my injury during squat, it was 2 weeks to competition day. Nilinyamaza. I didn't post that video until after competition.
The competition.
Because if I did, before competition, it will mess up the guys who are going to compete.
You always see
That's
yourself
why.
in that.
Okay.
You always see yourself.
That's a support in its own way.
Because it could have been you. It's different way, but
It reminds you of how risky it can get.
Yes, and it's mental.
What we do
Yeah.
is very risky. And it's a risk you associate with each other.
And everybody is prone to it.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And no one, like, by virtue of you wanting to be better, you'll just encounter this challenge.
Joe,
Okay.
can you walk us through your nutrition diet? How when you are off season? How it eat?
All right. Honestly, during off season, how do I say? I'm not limited. I try just to eat as much in this sense. The carbs will be the most, followed closely by the protein, and I throw in the veggies and fruits there.
How many meals?
At least four. Yeah, but I try to enjoy my off season in that. So at times when I don't feel like I don't have to eat at that time, I'll postpone. But when I eat next, I'll eat more. Why? I need my mind to still calm down from that phase of when you're prepping. I can't be beating it even during off season that I don't have that flexibility of let me just eat this pizza then I won't eat the rice. I like that freestyling. But one thing I always do is now what I do. I just make sure after training I must see my body on the mirror. So I'll know if these decisions are bad decisions or not. So if the physique is getting bigger with a bit of body fat, I'll keep that.
You'll keep
if things are getting out of hand, means now you're misusing your freedom. So I tone it down. So to be honest, during off season, I like to enjoy.
Yeah.
What about you, Alvin?
Repeat for me a
How
question
is
again.
that nutrition diet? How you use?
So, every strength athlete will say we eat for performance. We don't care about the test. We don't care about whatever. Performance. Kesho niko na squat at this time. How my digestion takes long to digest and how I love to train. Do I love training on a full stomach? Do I love train on a mostly digested stomach? I mean, food, whatever, blah, 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 depending, because everyone is different. Lazima nikule. And we experiment which foods bring out the best performance. Nikukula rice, do I perform best? If I eat chapo, do I perform best? Ngwashe, do I perform best? Ivo. Ngwashe in strongman may not be most eaten because inashibisha haraka. We need quantity.
Nice.
Number one, you need quantity, then you need energy release.
Energy release, quick.
Energy.
Quick. So we shall mainly deal with starchy or sugary carbohydrates, not the low index carbohydrates, the slow digesting carbohydrates like ngwashe, nini. We won't need that unless we have, like, you see, most of us maybe go to work, others are PTs. Okay, train jioni. I mean, I'm training in the afternoon, lakini niko na clients at this time. Wacha tu nikule ngwashe ama oats ama nini, something that will take long to digest. By the time nianze kutrain, bado niko form, taongeza two quick sugar like banana, nini, na niende kutrain. Protein, most guys who are obsessed with protein are bodybuilders, honestly. Strength athletes are still, they are not so obsessed with protein, but we are mainly obsessed with carbohydrate because of energy. That's it. Mainly. But in real sense, we have to be obsessed with protein because we still break down muscle, and protein is the most important macro, the nutrient we need. You understand? Energy, we just need for that time. Imeisha. You understand? Yeah. And also fat for recovery and the rest, you know, we that's how we eat. A quantity depends with the person. Everyone is different. I am a strength athlete who still cares about aesthetics and performance. Other strength athletes are like kaende. Me, actually, if you check worldwide, powerlifters tested means they test if you do steroids. 120 kilos plus are all big guys. Those are the real big guys, powerlifters. Check 120 athletes and below. We can easily prep for bodybuilding meet and you go and compete. Honestly, we are still lean or almost. We are healthy fat. We are like a body, yes, kind of fit, kind of fat, yeah. We are like some of them can look like a physique or a classic bodybuilder of season. Yeah, that's how I can say it. So, but mainly we eat for performance. That's everyone is different. I do 3 meals. I do 3 meals. If I have a very busy day, it can be 2 big meals. Asubuhi, my oats, and then journey after training. That's it. Me, I can train. I even used to train fasted strength, but I hit a plateau. So if I wanted more, I had to eat. Yeah, but 3 to 2 meals. That's it.
This, how many veggies do you have now?
No.
Why? Why, my brother? Why? Anyway, right now I think I weigh 122.
120.
That means he is 120 plus. That means that's the heaviest, those ends. Yeah, and you can.
But you see, for me, I haven't competed the whole of last year.
Yeah.
I took a break because, again, part of being smart with your body is allowing yourself to have recovery breaks, health breaks. So for me, I was developing some issues with my knees. I took some time off, healed properly, did my rehab, and then now I'm coming back. So I compete in the 120 kilo weight class. So for me, I like to stay within a certain range, so that by the time I'm cutting down, I'm only cutting at most 3 kg.
Yeah. Back down. Yeah.
But in terms of diet, when we started out, again, we didn't have a lot of information. So we fell into the stereotype of a strength athlete, wewe kula.
Cooler.
So when I was young, I did a lot of dirty bulking. Dirty bulking is where you eat
Everything.
low quality but high quantity calories.
Yes.
So you're eating sugary stuff, you see ice cream, you're just adding on the numbers. And then the older I've become and the more aware I've become, and also listening to your body. So I realized I need to eat clean. So I eat clean, by the way. And that's something that surprises people. But
You can still eat clean with a higher quantity, and you still, it's
Just-
calories in, calories out.
Just makes it
That's
easier for you to cut down.
Cut down,
You
yeah.
have to.
so for me, I eat 3 meals and a snack depending on what I'm training. Just 3 meals. Yeah, 3 meals.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
But you see, his 3 meals is not
three
your
and four.
dish for bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Yetu ni ile.
3 decent size meals.
You see,
Anasema ni 3 in 3. Like
Decent size meals.
3 times 3.
Because again, listen to your body. The older you become, the more your metabolism
slows down.
So you can't eat the way you eat. You used to eat in your 20s, in your 30s. You grow fat.
Yes.
That's why I'm saying 3 meals, but decent size meals. Like, just normal, almost normal-ish.
Yes.
And for me, because deadlifts are my most taxing, I will add a snack. Because I know deadlift takes a lot of energy. So I'll have something very small just before. But I eat consistently.
Very funny.
There was a period in my life, for like 2-3 years, when I was getting really strong. Nilikuwa nakula rice beef peke yake. Rice beef greens.
Yeah.
Lunch, supper,
Yeah.
rice beef greens. Because for me, it found that one, consistency helps my body perform.
Perform.
Like your body knows you're going to eat a certain meal. It's going
It
to work
learns
in
how
a
to
certain
use it.
way, and it's going to benefit you in a certain way. So for me, in order to eliminate the questions, I just said steady too.
Yeah.
It's not flashy, it's quote unquote boring. But when I look at my numbers, I look at my body, how my body looks like. It's in a panda, everything looks good. My body fat is relatively in check, performance is good, I don't have inflammation, my gut is okay. So again, and then hydration.
Hydration. That's what I want to add.
We also have to look at how we hydrate. So hydration is not water. Most people think hydration is cooking much. So you hear someone say, nimekunywa 2 liters of water, nimekunywa 10 glasses of water a day. That's well and good, but what's your electrolyte balance? Because for us, again, because we're looking at performance output, your electrolyte performance will affect your output. So if you're cramping because you don't have enough
Electrolytes.
And if you're cramping, you can't lift heavy.
You can't.
So again, you also have to look at that angle of nutrition. It's not just food. It's what
Hydration.
you eat, when you eat, what you drink, how you keep it.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't really control what I eat. Very nitpicky. Like some days on the weekend I can allow myself to have a plate of fries.
Like a cheat meal.
A cheat meal too, because I'm not going on stage. I don't have that pressure on me to maintain a certain body fat or to look in a certain way.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm a bit lax. Neza kunywa soda. I don't like it like frequently, but on the days that really meitisha soda, so when I'm hanging out socially with friends who are non-lifters, I can integrate with them because I don't have very specific needs. Siwezi waambia sitakula ugali. Weka hiyo ugali hapo.
Cheza nayo.
Cheza nayo. But if I was a bodybuilder and I'm in prep against naambia tu mimi niko sawa. So those are the differences basically.
So Joe, bodybuilder mgani underrated sana? Kenya.
Underrated.
What was that?
Underrated.
Maisha. Bodybuilder mgani?
Bodybuilder.
Underrated. Okay.
That would mean somebody that is very good, but people don't think they're very good, right? So being good means winning shows. There's no. Being good means winning shows.
Yeah.
Then if somebody wins shows, how would they be underrated? Okay, let me see. I would say, if you ask me, Rashid wasn't celebrated enough. That is the only thing I would say. Yes. If you look back at what he achieved, especially as a competitive bodybuilder, you would know what that means. Because he didn't lose any, he never lost a single show.
Like 2-3 years.
And it's crazy for you to always bring your best foot forward in any kind of competition, any sport. It can always be your day, but for him, it has never not been his day. It was always his day. I would go with him. Say he was. People don't know exactly. They don't really understand what he achieved. If you sit down and look at those titles, and you look at the guys he has competed against, he's actually too good. Yeah. So I would say Rashid.
How about powerlifter? Same question.
Underrated. Ninoma. You see, ours is different because you can't underrate strength. It's hard. You see, with bodybuilding, you can either underrate, meaning on judge bias, or the celebration of a particular bodybuilder. Outside ni, you came, you lifted, you left. Mark, made.
There is nothing that you are underrated.
How do you underrate?
You didn't lift.
You didn't lift. You can't.
You are either able to do
There is
it
no
or you are not
underrating,
able
bro.
to do it.
If I think about it, even you can't. You can't underrate. Actually,
you say
I mean,
maybe, either someone who's got unlucky with injuries, you know.
Oh yes,
When you look at it in that perspective,
then in that perspective, you're saying who had the potential, but life happened. Yeah, that's different. That's a different question. But for me, underrated. Okay, in real sense, I would say this. It's not really underrated, but it's giving respect, even if it was done in a different way. Chris Okech lifted 370 kilos deadlift in a squat suit in 2019. Hadi sahi does not been broken. Yes.
People didn't
I'm
understand.
5 kilos away. I'm 5 kilos away from breaking it, but mine is without. Yes, and a lockout for the. But yes, and a lockout because nilibeba hadi hapa. Yes, like in it 375. But this is now without a suit and without straps. But either way, 2019 to 2023. Look at that time.
It would place very well even in the world competition.
Yes, it still places very well.
Right?
You are 1%. So that's respect.
I think for me, before we move, there was a category of athletes. Very strong guys, they competed well. The guys who actually started the strength movement in Kenya.
During Kenya, whatever, and Nairobi is strongest. Yes.
That was the time we used to have qualifiers regionally, and then you come to the final.
Yes.
Nairobi.
Yes.
So if I would say underrated, it's the efforts
Those guys, they're real guys.
because most of them retired. Most
They're
of them just
retired.
went to do other things. But if it wasn't for them and what they did, putting
Yes.
the sport on the map, we wouldn't have young guys in their 20s doing it. Because the time, I think guys like like Bunny Luke,
Bunny.
Dr. Bunny,
That one. If it wasn't for career. Because he's a doctor.
the doctor. So
Trust me.
Oh, Bunny.
He would have broken that title for deadlift.
someone like Agina's been
Agina.
competing for a long
And he still
time.
competes. And he's 40 something.
40 something. Very good.
Bull beast.
Bull based. It's now transitioning more into like
Judging, yeah. And organization.
guys like Raulini.
Raulini, yes.
Raulini did strongman, did weightlifting, now doing powerlifting. Been there for a while. And those are
Even CrossFit.
Even
What do you mean? I met him through CrossFit.
yeah, even CrossFit. So those are guys who perhaps didn't get the recognition they should have at their time.
But they bad the
There's a
sport.
guy called Mamba. Paul Mamba.
Yes.
Yeah,
first
I know him.
Yeah, first guy was so squatting 260 kilos. And I was shocked. Shocked.
Pau.
Eh.
It's a
Then
good.
like years later, I'm doing it for reps. I'm like, okay. So
Okay.
alright.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
well,
But years later.
if he didn't do years later,
Yes.
if he didn't do it then,
Then it shouldn't
I
be
wouldn't have
possible.
known. Okay, it's possible.
Yeah.
That's
That's
this
true.
guy, anakuwa tu humble hapa but siku zake bado hata siku hizi ni siku zake,
But
but like
Nasema ni zetu zetu.
zetu zetu. He really put a lot of sports on the map. Like calisthenics, everyone knew him from calisthenics.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, everyone knows him from strength.
Yeah.
So there's that longevity as well. I think we need to give flowers to those guys who have been there for a while. Kina Wamalwa.
Hey, man,
Wamalwa's
bro.
been doing it for years.
That
and
guy
years and
competes.
years.
Hadi we used to not want him to compete. Mazee, cause unachukua pesa yote.
Amekuja tu akifieka. Cha, cha, cha. Like, you never know whether he's competing or not.
Yes, hata kuambia hata.
The only way you know is the shoes he's wearing.
Yeah.
Akinyoa.
Converse.
Unajua
Akishanyoa
ana
hivi.
na amenyoa, amechukua picha ya msalaba hapa.
Anakuja.
Shava Converse.
Unajua.
Kiatu yake compete.
Jua tu
Unamwangalia tu hivi amevaa kiatu gani Converse.
ana compete.
You know, kina ani pia
Became Matthew Nyasura.
Matthew Nyasura. Matthew's not in the country anymore.
Yeah. Sasa yeye anafanya boxing.
Nice.
So from being one of the youngest guys to compete and win
Yes.
like Kenya's Strongest Man, it's transitioned to boxing.
Boxing.
Yes.
So you see those guys, to me, they're the underrated guys.
Yeah,
The guys
yeah.
who made strength a thing.
I think.
They're the guys who challenged these norms because Kenya, to be very honest, was more leaning towards bodybuilding.
Yeah, bodybuilding sana.
From as far back as I can remember, it's always been
Bodybuilding, football.
football. So strength-wise, these guys who actually said, okay, sisi tunataka kufanya hivi, and then they did, and so
Kina Matt
now we are here.
Right
And
here.
there are others behind us who are now.
coming up. Yeah.
So next question is
What do you think sets you apart from others? Joanne. What sets you apart from others?
Other bodybuilders or other humans.
No, other
What sets me apart from other bodybuilders? I think it's a competition. The only thing that is going to set you apart is winning.
Competition.
It's a competition. The only thing, anything else is maybe my personality. If I say I'm hardworking, I'm not the only person that is hardworking. If I'm kind, I'm not the only one. So we look at it as a competition. So the only thing that would set me apart from anybody else is if they have not won a show. Anybody else that has won a show, we might be. Now we can now start talking about other personal things like. But I think that is the only thing that might set me just apart, just a bit apart from. That is in the industry, nothing else. Yes.
who do you fear? Unaogopa nani?
The people I fear are the people that I like the most. If let's say I fear Alvin is going to make me work harder. So I like people that I fear. So there are people I'd love to compete with, not fear, but maybe compete with them. I've competed with Almost everybody. I think Hanif is the only person so far we haven't met in any show, and hopefully we might. So I don't. Maybe I would say I don't fear him, but I think I would love to like compete with him. Yeah. I think he's a great.
Also, me is the only one I never competed
Against.
Actually, him and Song. I never. But Pippen, I always wanted
to compete with him.
Yes, and I did. Yeah.
I used to look up to Pippen when I was starting.
OG.
Alvin?
What sets me apart? Let's say my deadlift. Okay, I'll say programming, because I'm obsessed with programming, man. I'm obsessed with those nitty-gritties on how things change. And to me, it has made, programming is not just vile umepanga tizi, weeks, nini, nutrition, mindset, routine. I'll say programming, but I'll also just say my mindset. I have a mindset of breaking myths. Because the myth when I started was all strong athletes have to be big. That was the myth going around my days. Sana. All the strength guys training with me wanakula during training. Mimi bado sijakula na nimekuja kutrain now. You understand? Niko podium number 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 3 are bigger than me. So I think mindset, just to show, man, you still can, Yes, I have genetics, but all of us have genetics and strength. Most of us are from West. Most of us, apart from no, you're from no. What? Yes, he is. Yes. There are few, but they're rare. Kama huyu. Yes, but most of them, yes. Kwanza huyu, enyewe mtoka mbali.
Meru.
Yes. Chicken legs kwanza.
By the way, actually, you know what grew my calves? Squat. Yes, racking and unracking. 200 kilo, 40 and above, what are you doing? Calf raising. All through. It's a different stimulus for your calves.
You're doing it every week.
And you're doing it once or twice a week for reps. But then can I tell you the off topic, the weirdest cardio for every strength athlete is doing there's racking weights, of course, but it's doing 3 to 4 sets of 10s on squats. Yes. It's not squats for bodybuilder weight. It is squats of 70%. Bro, you need cardio. Hadi, you can, on the 9th, 10th rep, you can see the gym closing in like this, like ukukaribu pass out. But yo kitu ni cardio, because after that, tunaona tu mzee
amelala chini, because of
and then we rest for how long? 5 to 10 minutes. Depending on the block of the training. Early programs, before prep, you can do 3-5 minutes. Your last month for training, you need 10 minutes. Because it's not only muscle recovery, it's central nervous system fatigue.
Who do you fear?
Who do I fear? Fear. I don't fear anyone, to be honest. I fear my ambition. Why I fear my ambition is why it got me to my injury. Because I went off program. Slightly. No, I didn't really go. Yeah, I actually went off program. I did.
That one right.
I did go off program. On my peak week, I have 1 month to competition. Gear 7, 8. Meaning the mindset, how I dream. Unalala, occasion is squats, bro. Inaanza the day before or the week before. You're already just foreseeing yourself squatting that weight, inaenda chini na inarudi juu. Squat is different. That's personality. So at the end of the program, I normally end with 90% for 3x3. Normally. Not me. Nilienda 90%. Set 1, 300 kilos, 3 reps. Set 2, 305. I was going for 3 reps. Rep 1, 2, punglu. That was it. See, so such things. And it's the ambition that I'm scared of. My ambition can get ahead of me. But I'm not scared of anyone, to be honest. I am not.
How about you, Chris?
What sets me apart was the first question. Uh,
You're from Meru.
And he's here.
but that's
And he's a
actually-
lawyer.
That's actually the reason. To be very honest,
Yes.
I had to take a different approach to everything.
Yes.
So I am very proficiency focused and very analytical, because I know for me the journey has been slightly longer. I tell people I've been training for like 12, 13 years. So for you to be doing it for that long, I mean, there's some points you get injuries, etc. So for me to have done it for that long, what has carried me through is being systematic in training, being proficiency focused. So I just do what I need to do. I don't go above, I don't go
Below.
below. I just do what I need to do. I'm very clear on my goals. Then I'm also willing to take a step back, because the last competitions I did, I think I was second at Uzani, and then I came fifth at Battlefield. Then I was like, my body isn't at a place I like. Took a step back for a whole year. People are shocked, like, hey, what's going on? There was a time as part of that break, I even went vegan. Like, I need to reset my body. So I just need to do what I need to do for me to be able to come back stronger, bigger. So see, like now people are like, hey, umerudi umekuwa mkubwa. I'm like, yes, it's because I took the time off. And I took the time off because I analyzed and I saw, okay, I need to do 1, 2, 3. I need to talk to 1, 2, 3. I have Raulin is my coach. Raulin is a guy with so many years of experience, and he knows me personally. So he tell me, oh bro, Upper, just do this, because this the data says that's his favorite phrase.
Yeah. Data.
Yes, so that would be what sets me apart. As for who I fear, I don't fear anyone, because in this thing, literally, it's a competition of you versus you.
Yeah.
There is what you did in the past and what you want to do in the future. Because that's the only thing that you can compare with. I can't compare myself with Alvin. Alvin is a whole other person with a whole other set of circumstances that's unique to him. So for me to see that I'm doing something, I need to go against myself. What can I do to improve, and then say, I worked on this, I changed this, etc. And then for me, competing for me, yes, I want to win. Everyone wants to win. Everyone likes winning, but I'm changing that mindset. I'm like, I want to express myself first and foremost. I don't want to give myself the pressure of I have to win. That's what makes you make decisions you shouldn't have made, or wouldn't likely have made. And it's very risky. So if I say I have to win, and then you go online, you only Alvin has squatted 300 for 5, the same I mean I squat 300 for 6. Just because I have to win. And probably where I'm at in training, I'm not there. But because I have to win, itajiumiza, chasing shots, So for me, and I was like that when I was young. Very competitive, like, hey, Joe anafanya nini? Yawezi nishinda. Kwani yeye ni nani? Si wait me kesho. And then when you grow older, you realize, you have to be a bit systematic in your approach if you want to do this for a long time. So I stopped looking at it from a point of who do I fear. You know, for us, the numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah.
Your numbers, you can't hide them. Go up. So
We can't argue about what you can squat.
it's either there or it's not.
We just put the bar.
Yeah.
So, Joe, how do you stay focused in your career?
How do I stay focused? I think it's more of a vision. And vision, and most importantly, deadlines. Deadlines. Deadlines.
Oh, deadlines, yes.
Like, before, let me give you an example of what I mean. Before the competition 2024, 2023, I was in school. I was in KMTC, second year, doing physiotherapy. But then I was struggling between quality clients, school, no money. It was like something here has to change. So when I sat down, I thought that I would need maybe a better name in the industry that will earn me a bit more money or better clients, so then I can be able to focus better. So the vision was, I need to win one show. Then I can settle down a bit and then see what's next. So that was, and I knew the timeline has to be in soon as possible. So from the word go, I tried to win the 2023. I was like, this has to be won now. I don't know who's coming, but the deadline is too soon. I need the name up there so that I can be able to go back to school. I didn't make it in 2023. But you see, 2024, the deadline was even sooner because I already lost the first one. So the second one was, this is a do or die. If I don't win this one, it's gone. I've wasted the time. So vision, I want to get a title. And timeline, that I don't have the time to like maybe lose and say next time I can't. The time is up to this point. I have to have done it. So for me, it's vision and time. So I know time is not always on your side. You might have the potential, but you keep not doing everything because you think there is time. There is time. But when you say by the next 3 years, maybe I want to be maybe if I want to be an IFBB pro now, if I think of that, it has to be by this time. Why? Because there are other guys who want it, and your prime doesn't come twice. There's a space where you are doing very well, everything is going. It doesn't always come.
Yes.
So you have to know, there's a chance you have. It's now or never. That's what keeps me on track. So you see me training. That's what I was telling you, on rest days, I'm sometimes pushed to train while I'll be at the gym, and I think, I know it's supposed to be rest day, but I know a few reps might be beneficial somewhere in the future. So I end up training. So for me, it's vision and time. There is no time. There has to be a time deadline for exactly what you want to achieve. It can't be forever. No, it hasn't. The more I lose, the more I know I need to win.
I love that. Fire.
Yes, the more I lose, the more. If you look at my post, if I lose, I acknowledge everybody, but I don't appreciate myself for losing. So why should I celebrate? Why should I celebrate a loss? So I'm like, we need a show tomorrow because I can't keep losing. So the more I lose, the more I actually want to win.
Actually, what Joe said, vision, time, mine is also family, because a lot of the things I do is, I'm a married man, I'm a father now, is just to get them to where I see ourselves. And even in strength sport, it's still there. I have to get there safely, arrive there safely, and still play with the children when they're grown. But also God, because I believe I have a very close relationship with God. And so I believe God always wants the best out of me. And if you even see in the Bible, everyone he worked with was always one of the best, or became the best. David became the king. Saul became the king. Like anyone, Abraham became the most faithful. It just goes like that. So also me, I'm not here for actually, just like Joseph, me, I have to win. That's why I didn't compete this year. I have to recover to get to the best and set a standard whereby it takes people time to get to. Those are things that kept me focused. Family, my own vision. You can put training, life, money, all that. Time, of course, because prime, as Joel said. And then God has given me all these abilities. And so if I'm not using it, he can say, you don't need this. Let me give it to someone else. So I have to steward it very well.
Are you coming back to compete?
Of course, next year. That one I've been public with. I said this year, nipe tu, say, na squat, in a road, pole pole. Next year, trust and believe. I still have goals of representing Kenya on a world stage. You know, yes, I'm getting older, but who cares? I can still do it. And bado kuna masters category, so I don't care. We keep going.
You have to win.
I still have to win. Right. It's a must.
What about this? It's very hard to add on to what these two gentlemen have said, because I've said it all very well. But the other thing, perhaps for me, and it's the thing that actually got me into strength training, is challenging myself. There's a quote, I think, by Socrates that goes along the lines of, what a shame it is for a man to grow old never know the capacity to which his body
Yes.
would have
Would have
done.
done.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, I started out training when I was, I think, 55 kg. I was like, this time, no one believes it. Unless you see the pictures, no one believes it. And even when I started training saying, I know I can be better.
Yeah.
I never put a specific number.
Yeah.
I just said, I know I can be better.
Mm.
And that left it open for me to say, I won't rest until I am better.
Better.
Because I was like, I think the first time I ever benched 2020, like a full 20 kilo plate, I was like, wow, this is how it feels. So I know it can be better. It was like, I need to challenge myself. So that's been my mantra over the years. So even now as an aging athlete, let me say aging athlete, I still want to challenge myself.
Yeah.
There are still ways I can challenge myself now to make sure that I have something to look for. It might not be like when I was younger and I would say something reckless, like I want to do maybe multiple sets of something very heavy. But I can be like, I know I can be younger, I can be stronger than my younger self. On 1 rep. 5 reps, multiple sets, maybe the younger guy has more endurance. But that one rep, you know, the older self is
Can do it.
stronger than the younger self.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that keeps me going.
Yeah.
Once you have that within you, especially within you, it doesn't have, it has especially to come from within you. You have to want it yourself, to challenge yourself. And then it moves to other spheres of life. So you want to be a better partner, you want to be a better sibling, family member, community member, citizen. So where you're placed in life, because we're all placed in different spheres, you have to challenge yourself to want to be better. You have to show that it can be better, because most people don't actually believe that it can be done. So you have to show them, look, I set it upon myself to be better. I challenge myself and I am showing you the way. So that for me keeps me going. So no matter what age, no matter what happens, I might even go to bodybuilding. If the body can't sustain lifting heavy,
Tuende kazi. I think I like, if you are keen, you've noticed that winning is always very personal. His reason to win is not. I told you I wanted to win the show because I wanted to win the show because I wanted to get better clientele.
Yes.
He says that he would like his family to be there. So winning at times should be, if you ask me, should be, if maybe a mom that has given birth, got a family, is stepping on stage, her win is stepping on stage. It might not be to get the title, but the fact that she has that body now to step on stage and compete, that is her win.
That is it.
You get?
Yeah.
It's always very different. Like his win is very different from.
And our wins keep upgrading.
Exactly, and they keep changing. Some bodies.
The common fact is they all have to come from.
You have to come from there. Yes.
No one else can put the dream inside.
Yes.
Joe nataka ushinde because of 1, 2, 3. Joe look at it be like,
actually, even in my competitions, the first strongman I did, I didn't want to win. I just wanted to do this number of reps as they have stated, lift this by this. It just so happened that I stepped podium. That is,
that would have been a win for you.
Exactly. It just saw me, even whenever I go, actually for the longest time in competition, I was not competing to step on podium. I knew Kuna Mamala there. I was like, hapa stand no chance. It was just to hit my personal numbers that I've been debating with in the gym. That's it.
So Joe, what's the name of this question?
Anyone starting out, the first advice is just start. There is always so much debate between what you need to do before you start, and I think it carries away the fire of you starting. Like if somebody comes to me, they're like, I find friends when we're hanging out, they'll be like, Joe, I want to start the gym. Tell them, first thing you need to do is to come at the gym.
Come at the gym.
Yeah, because they'll be like, oh, I need shoes. Now I can't start tomorrow because I don't have the best of shoes. But you can train without shoes.
Yes,
But I need to eat right. Now again, I have to consult my maid to go and buy things that you get. So now what was supposed to be started then is pushed again to another. So they'll keep telling me the same thing. I want to start. I want to start. So the first thing should be start.
Just start.
Yeah. Then if the person has started out, now if you're starting out, two things. There are guys at the gym who look like they know what they're doing. They actually know what they are doing. There's always this assumption that somebody can walk in and guess their way around and just when you don't have a choice, you do it. If you walk to a gym and there are no strength athletes, there are no bodybuilders, fine, you have to guess your way around. But if you walk into a gym here, you can see, let's say if I want to do strength, and I'm told that is the current Kenya strongman. He can't just not know anything. So if you want to be good, you also have to ask him, okay, what do you think I should? Where do you think I should start? Okay. Then from there, stick to the plan.
Yeah.
Yes. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Don't again ask him, what do you think? Then you change to that. Yeah. Consistency with a plan, even if it wasn't the best of plan, is always going
to give you
work out.
results. That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
Malizia, Alvin, what can you say to someone who's watching this episode? What can you tell the person?
They're interested in what? In bodybuilding or powerlifting?
Powerlifting.
Okay. Oh, in powerlifting. I would say get your why. Once you have your why, begin where you can, and then start connecting with the people that matter. That's it. That's all I can say. Because, for example, my whys of why I said training was mainly because, of course, I was into sports. But as I've always said, there are two things that got me into training systematically. Two things. The first thing was puberty. I broke my voice late. So I did not want to be mistaken for Sim2.
From some feminine energy.
Yes, at all. It's honest. I'm being very, very honest. I was in sports by the way. Yes, I didn't want that. Then, and so I was like, as I wait for it to break, it broke finally in Form 2. But at least Mwili will not lie to you who I am.
It was breaking together with you breaking record.
Exactly. So that was number one. Number two, what got me into fitness now very systematically, like from there, it has just been cruising. I was a dancer. I was what you call an animation dancer. If you actually know dance, French twins call les twins, it's called animation dancer. You dance like a robot or you're telling a story in a way. It's not normal break dance of webs. It's very artistic. There are certain moves that people I used to look up to used to do with their body, and I was like, can only be achieved if you have mastered how to carry your body. And that was through calisthenics. And then once I entered the world of calisthenics,
you forgot you were a dancer.
I just kaende.
Even I was telling you the other time, that is what I did.
Yeah.
I was playing football. So you would meet very strong defenders and they would harass you around.
Yes.
Like, no,
Also
this
happens.
has to stop.
Yes, it's true.
Then over time I was
Even
like,
rugby.
I think I like these squads.
Yes.
Started skipping training sessions.
Yes.
Next thing, I was not playing football
Exactly.
anymore.
It's true. Yeah.
Chris, what can you tell someone who say, I want to start working out, but every time you can excuse? Mala nguo sina nguo za gym. Mala gym iko mbali.
Just start. Like the way they've said, just start. When I was starting out, I didn't know anything. I genuinely didn't know anything. In fact, the reason, for example, me and Paulini are friends, I just used to follow. By then I said, okay, whatever he's doing, I'll just
Utafanya tu.
And then he got interested in me because like I like your persistence.
Yes.
You don't know what you're doing, but you're willing
Oh, no.
to learn and to try.
You are showing up.
You're showing up. So that's just show up, you know. People used to laugh at me. Like I told you, I was very skinny. People used to laugh at me. People used to bully me. I'm like, it's okay. At least I'm showing up. There will be something. I will grow. I will be better.
Yeah.
So again, don't be afraid. A lot of people are afraid of how they will be perceived, but the fitness realm, like the strength world, it's very welcoming.
Yeah.
It's very welcoming to newbies.
It's very welcoming.
Very welcoming. So
Very warm.
you should break that notion that you will after it will actually help you. I wouldn't be very comfortable seeing someone struggling on their form and I know what to do. I will come very politely and ask you, hey, you look like
You're lost.
you're struggling or lost. Do you want some help? I can give you some pointers to, just out of general concern, because I was there once and people took me under their wing.
Kabisa.
When I was starting out, there was a guy called Collins, still a very good friend of mine. He was the strongest guy at the gym at the time. Mi niko hapo sijui hata kusquat hata ile kidogo. Hata ile like I can squat of course normal, but tell me to put a bar on my back, everything out the window.
Yeah.
But Collins was so patient with me, and I was like, this is a community. Like these people who look out for each other, people want to see each other grow. You know, the guy called Duncan. Duncan had the biggest arms, so I put a do Duncan ako hapo anafanya arms. I was like, Dunkus, you show three arms.
Twende.
Tani yako.
By the way, that's how it has been.
That's how it's always been.
It's just do the work.
Yeah, do the
It's
work.
nothing.
Join
For
us.
anyone who
Sahi.
wants to start, but they just start. Show up.
I think
find something that drives you. Find something that you can sustain. Because people, if you
may get
want
flashback.
to start just because will run out. You run out of energy, and then you have no reason to go. So think of that. And then the other thing that I learned later on in my career is think longevity.
Yeah.
People think you'll be young forever.
You want.
You won't be young forever. So even as you're starting out, think about the next decade, the decade after. You still want to be healthy. You still want to be able to do what you started at that level.
Yeah.
So think of it that way. Think of how you will train that will carry over for years and years and years. Not that you want to do everything in 2 years. You burn out, you're injured, you're tearing ligaments, tendons, muscle off the bone, and then you're like, bodybuilding is higher. Oh, powerlifting, imeniumiza tu. So think longevity. You don't have to rush. There's no finish line.
Yeah.
The finish line is always, there's always a finish line. It's not one, it's very many. There's so many things you can do as you move along. So it's not just winning a local show, international show, switching disciplines and starting over in another thing and being good at it also. So think longevity. Do something that you will be sure in your 30s you'll be able to do, in your 40s you'll be able to do, in your 50s, in your 60s. Not that when you're old, unaanza kulalamika, oh, I wish I knew about my knees, I wish I knew about my shoulder, I wish I knew about my back. Those are things that you can avoid. So avoid them.
Yeah. Allow me to add, when I started, Sinado ya gym, hata kama gym za mtaa, that time there was a gym for 20 bob per day.
But huwezi risk 20
lakini
bob
mi hiyo 20 bob inaweza kwa Fries Odeon. At that time Fries Odeon was 20-30 bob. Unaenda hapo iko kwa karatasi, unasimama. It can be that, it can be transport, it can be, anything of a sort. So I started where I could, and where could I do it? At home. Hapo tu ma push-ups mingi, sit-ups mingi, squats body weight mingi, lunges mingi. I started, but that experience of 10 years compressed made me do my first deadlift 200 kilos.
I think I remember that day.
You understand now the point?
You are there.
Yeah.
We were at Westland that day.
Yes. That was racing sports.
Before I forgot something. To add to what Alvin is saying. When you start, most guys, stop asking the guys who've trained for how long they've been training.
That's very true.
Because sometimes you might think you're motivating somebody that you're demotivating. Alvin is talking about 10 years and somebody is on
that is
day
just
one.
Body weight.
Yeah?
You're to need body weight.
They're on their day one, they're
Yes,
starting to
weight.
count 10 years from now.
So true.
Stop asking the guys who are built how long they've been doing. Leave them alone.
Everyone's done it.
Don't ask.
By the way,
It's true.
Again, like I said, for me, it's taken me so long because I started very light.
Yeah.
From 55 to 120. My heaviest, I think, was like 125. So that's
3 times your
twice
Yes.
my body weight. So of course it will take time.
Yo.
I won't tell you I added all this weight in.
Now imagine this my day one and you're telling me that.
Actually, you've told me today, Sayuko, 94.
Yeah.
When I was at the peak of my calisthenics with weighted pull-ups, weighted dips, I was 90 kilos. That was me bulking. So niko 112 na nimekonda.
Yeah.
Sahi.
112.
Yeah, yes. Last year I was 118.
Now imagine you breaking this information,
Yes,
breaking it down to a beginner. They are never showing up. They are takuja. They are done. They are done.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very
To
true.
be honest, to break down to you the amount of work you need is going to piss you off if you really
Yes.
don't want to.
True.
Yeah. So you just start.
Question. Do you think people they pay enough for personal training? Client, will you come enough?
Depends on the
Client.
trainer. Anyway.
This is if you, so it goes back to marketing, how you package yourself, and what you think your value is. Somebody might think 500 is enough for them. You can't tell them otherwise. You get, and maybe they also might not have the experience to charge maybe more than that. Yeah. What I know in business is people pay for what they think is worth. If somebody thinks that it's the 50K they're giving you is worth it, they're always going to give it to you. And again, also people receive what they think is worth. If I think my 1 hour is not worth 500, I'll turn it down. Yeah.
It's the same opinion. It's just the same thing. Experience, results, self-worth. What I know I am worth, or what my hour is, and all that stuff. And how I understand business. So everyone is different, to be honest. Mzee anabambika na 1,000 bob per session, hiyo ni sawa. You know, so me, I can bambika with 1,500 group class each person per session. Yeah, it's different. So yeah.
If you look at fitness, how you look at Julian's and right now, what's the difference?
Hey, it's a big difference. For myself. For myself, what I was saying, my first one-on-one commute PT was 6K monthly. So it's times. That's all I can say. It's times. Yes, that's it. So there's a big difference. And also that also comes from confidence, that comes from experience, that comes from education. Because even there's something Leon Weche told me, bro, ukipata your certification, you will see a difference in your mindset. And trust me, once I got my first certification, I couldn't wait for the next and the next. The confidence of knowledge, more so that you've even passed the test, is different. You automatically charge, and if a person says no, you have no problem. But if a person is gambling on a hustle too, you will accept every time. We will have a client for this much and a client for that much, a client for that much. Yeah.
Kumaliza kitamtu mtaanza hadi tamsha. Nothing. Remind.
If I would add to that last question, personally, I'm not a trainer, so I'll talk from the perspective of a consumer.
Yeah.
Someone who's paying for this service. I've paid for them. I've paid for coaching. And I think the thing that I can appreciate is the growth of the sector in general. Because, for example, the location we are in, it's a very premium location. If you look at it, where it is, the facilities they have, the whole setup, the whole layout of it is very premium.
Yeah.
And that's indicative of how the sector is growing, because there's a need for a space like this. That's why it exists. And by virtue of it having clients, it shows you there's the need. So what we should be looking towards is growing generally. Because if the sector grows generally, then you have justification for charging more. Like the growth pushes everything up. When everything goes up, then even Alvin and Joe as trainers, they can be like, hey, Mimi, yes, 2015, we got na charge 200, ile kitu tuko nayo kwa mfuko. Basically.
Yes.
But now we have to work with standards kidogo, because the sector has evolved to that level. Personally, I've evolved to a certain level. So this is what I am worth now. And you'll appreciate by the virtue of how the industry is, it's fair. It's not for everyone, but there are people who see it. But for those who see that value, let them come to me. I'm giving them results. They're speaking for themselves. So on and so forth. And then also people, to trainers, and be honest with your work. Be dedicated, be honest, be innovative, because it's necessary to do so. Like, what sets you apart from? Why would I go to anyone else? Why? Like, that's the reason. So have that reason as to why people would come to you. For you to actually now charge. Usikwe generic there's so many programs online. There are a lot of lazy coaches. Anachukua program, anaeka jina yake hapo juu, copy paste,
Wanatumia client.
and then they're like, oh, then the clients are not growing because it's a kind of program, very generic. But then if you invest in yourself, invest in your skill, invest in your knowledge base, you're able to help your clients. Then your clients can say, mimi, Joe pale alinitoa, na pale amenifikisha, sioni mwingine. So mi Joe akiniambeleta 10,000, very fast.
Very ni copy.
So it's just that. From a consumer perspective, sitting with trainers, that's the challenge I pose to you.
Yeah.
What's so different with you? And if I work with you, how will you help me?
Yeah.
Think tutakafungia hapo hivyo.
Yeah.
When you the episode, drop your comment, let us know what you think about the episode and what's the one thing you learn about the reason for this. There's so many people who can understand the difference between
Powerlifting
and powerlifters. So I hope you learn. Anything to forget to produce, just drop a comment. See you next one. Nini zako handles
At Joripa03.
Chris?
Instagram at Mr_Mwenda_Togaiti.
Alvin Lee Fitness, all social media platforms. Yes.
Do you think someone will take us to the training program?
Everything is in my handle. I'm a medium too. Kama unataka kuja gym, online training, ama one-on-one, I'm there.
Same with Joe. Same thing.
Same thing.
Some training, nutrition.
At the moment, maybe just online training, online coaching.
Online coaching.
Yes.
At the moment.
At the moment, yes.
This is
Mimi ni DM tu, mimi ndakushow vitu.
Utampanga?
Mimi ndakupanga tu.
Namwambia kula mayai tutaonana. Sawa, tunakuja hapo.